Damn, Kiwi, that's quick. That's quick, dude. But welcome. The speed of which you joined today, that's unreal, actually. Well done, dude. Well done. I gotta give you props for that. Like, we have a regular flash in our chat now. Alright. So, right, we managed to complete pretty much all of this yesterday. Or rather, get to the point I wanted to yesterday. So now we're going to be popping back the sand here. We're going to clear out as much of the water as we can manually. And then we'll return to it. But first, let's get rid of all of these things. This is where the sponges are kept. Okay. So grab sponges. Grab our. Wait, what did I call this? Oh, Spaggy Sparkle. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. All right. But how have you been, Kiwi? That's a hell no. Where is that? Menace. Okay, if I don't see it, then surely it won't be an issue. You're very excited about what exactly? Ah, yes. That is gonna be quite nice, isn't it? Are you up for, like, helping out building and doing all the stuff you were before? Nice, dude. That's what we like to hear. Oh, right. Oi. More? Surely another 120 will be enough. And since, like, Aaron is actually investing some money in it, the server might be a little bit more, or the server is likely going to be more stable. And it's likely that it can handle some tools that might help you out a bit more. So, but I suppose you're gonna be talking to Aaron about that. He likely has a much Wait, really? Was that not enough? Well, there's no way I need more than another 100. A lot. But I should put torches on top of this here. Ow. Really? I'll grab some gravel then. This is not... Is this enough? Of course it isn't. There we go. Alright, that should clear out all the water, though it should dissipate very slowly. So, we can start off by simply adding in the torches up here. Like, I don't like the idea that that thing is going to spawn up here. I doubt that they're going to try and drop down, but I mean, it's just dangerous, and we don't like danger. Alright, perfect. I'm not Ease. I did it that way better than I thought I was gonna. I'm actually kind of proud by that movement. Okay, so let's get rid of this water. Right. That should take care of that. Now we deal with this. Okay, so I need to go whoop whoop. Wait. Oh no, this is kind of rough down here. Okay. we also need to use some lights down here, it would seem. This feels way too risky. Didn't take out my torch? Yeah, it did. No, it didn't. Good stuff. Oh. Hmm. I have a little bit of water here that needs dealing with. Let's also just get away from that creeper. No, good sir. All those numbers are sort of weird for my head to look at, so we'll just turn them off while we're emptying out for sponges. I wonder where that comes from. It must be from all the way over there. So when we remove those water sources, it should be good. Alright, let's get underneath here and clean out the remaining water. And back to some torch placement. Okay, so that makes this area semi-safe, which is needed for this. And I suppose I just try and work a little bit on this here now. I'm unsure how much of this is actually source block, so if we just start from like the top, we might suddenly see a lot of water coming out. It might be better to use a water machine for this area. because it would seem a lot of this is still source blocks. But with that being said, it's a fairly small area I need to clear out for water here. Right, so we're going to be building the water machine down here and have it run across that to remove all and any water that might be in that particular area. And I think that's going to like also take out all of, well, that will take out all of that. But should I just instead cut the floor down so I can make one big machine and just take care of all of it pretty much? Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea here. Oh. My god, that's some good lapis. So if I start from here, I suppose. And then we're essentially just gonna be digging a whole bunch of this out so it can run the machine once, or yeah, pretty much just once, and then do a little bit of manual work to remove all of the stuff that's in the way here. Now that is something that I don't want to see, like this particularly. Like it doesn't matter as much over on this side. Hey Drifter, welcome. How are you on this fine day? That's pretty dark. Let's do this. Since I am wearing the chest plate, I should be creeper proof to a pretty large degree anyway. Honestly, there's a part of me that thinks that blast protection might be underrated in hardcore, but I'm not sure. I should try and make some statistics on it. I should try and make a Excel sheet where I like try and figure out how people died in their hardcore worlds. Because if I do that, I'm gonna have like a pretty good idea of like if a lot of people die to creepers, like more so than any other death form. I think it would have to be like at least 60%. die to explosions, then it would be worth always wearing at least a singular piece of protection, or blast protection 5, wouldn't it? You need to smelt. Ah, right, yeah. I remember I did a sky uh, sky block ones, like one of the like proper hardcore ones, where you have to um, where you only start with the tree, no cobblestone generator or anything like that, and you have to to get all the way up there, which is an incredibly cool challenge. Um, I actually really liked it. I think it's even a series on the in my world here. Oh wait, hold on. Did I want to say? Um, and like I can actually really recommend it if you don't mind the grindy bits. Um, like having to figure out like I learned so much about mob spawning during it because like you have to make these waterless mob farms, um, which are super cool. And it sort of gave me some insight into why I do a lot of the things I do in like regular mob farms. So it was actually sort of almost educational doing it, which is a pretty wild statement, I think. Like finding ways to get resources that, like, at least in regular Minecraft, is just like right at your tip. Right, you can always just go get a little bit of it. Um, like having to grind a lot for the first villager. I actually kind of like that sort of step-by-step thing. I also like before creating the this hardcore world here, I was like so close to making a super flat instead, because of exactly the sort of step-by-step, the create that you have to get so creative with the blocks that you have. Like, because when I play this, I sort of feel like there are too many options to choose from that I almost like that I just stick to a lot of the options that I know. Whereas super flat challenges is, or skyblock for that matter, both of them challenges you to think out of the box of what you usually do. Like for an example, having to smelt down gold armor in order to get nuggets. I'm pretty sure. Isn't there like more? No? Huh. How far down do I want to take this down? Oh wait, there's more. Good. Um. I should probably take it at least. Like this hole here. Like the reason why I'm making this hole is again, I want to be able to take out most of the water with one sweep of the machine. So just like evening it out is gonna make that infinitely easier. Oh, lapis. That's what we like to see. I wonder how much XP we're going to be getting when we actually mine up all the lapis that we have. Because I've gone quite out of my way in order to get a bunch of lapis from this, right? So, but we're also like at a decent level. Although we did just spend almost 200 levels just to get our smite sword bag. I'm actually thinking about sort of putting in um, a what's it called? A sword that's always at the gold farm. Just because like I don't want to risk all the time having to replace that armor stand. There we go. I've improved since yesterday. Yesterday I couldn't say armor stand. I kept on saying target dummy, but um, like just having a sword hang there on an item frame might be a really good idea. And I don't mind like having specialized tools hanging all over my world. Like that actually sounds kind of cool, I think. And we have more lapis here. Nice. I actually wonder how much stone am I at now? Damn, last time I checked I was at 370,000. Since then we've mined 120. That's pretty good. Our statistics are starting to look cool. Bob comes in for the clutch. Nice. I should probably pick up the redstone too, right? Because, I mean, it's just worthwhile. It's actually one of those blocks that I don't have a lot of, and that we're gonna need a bunch of at some point. The only bright note of it is that I don't have any plans for any like big redstone build, but we're eventually gonna come across a time where we're gonna need that. And I don't know how much redstone is actually required in the World Eater. I think it's mostly slime up servers and hey, Joe. Welcome. Nice seeing you again. Oh yeah, everything is good here. Just sticking out so we can clear out a bunch of water in one sweep. In one great big sweep. Oh, hello. Oh, look at you. How cool are you? Not very cool. You still died to a one-shot. Weakling. Alright, so we mine down here, I suppose. Yeah, I saw him, I did, but I get why you, like, we all have lives, right? And I'm just happy you could make it for some other time. Have a wonderful day, yeah? Oh, right, okay, so this gives access to in there, which is fine. That's actually kind of nice, because it means I'm not going to have to mine that area out. Like, whatever's living down in this cave is definitely not happy about this, but sucks to suck, I guess. I should move the conduit. Now, I think. Because it feels so dark here. It's also kinda annoying to have to come up for breath. Question is, where can I keep the conduit? I guess I could keep it just on the other side of this wall here. pretty sure I'd still be getting the effect from it. Even if there's a wall between. Whee. Let's just get that lapis here. How much lapis do we have on us now? 24. Nice. Oh! Or isn't that funny? Hey, gaming guy, welcome, man. Chains, of course. That's actually kind of wild. I guess this does lead into a cave, but still. Well, today we're clearing out a bunch of stone in this general area here. So with that, when I run the water sweeper here, I can clear out most of this. I think we're gonna take it down to maybe 4 more. And then we're probably gonna be in a pretty good spot where it's gonna be fairly easy to do the rest manually. Because I gotta clear out all of the water here in order to put in the start of the actual World Eater. Because I found a World Eater design that supposedly can remove lava and water as it goes, but like the trenches in which it occupies at first need to be clear. Ah, what sort of tech issues? The cable to your mic. Alright. But what exactly do you mean? Like, is it... Are you using OBS and it doesn't pick up that your mic is working or whatever? Something like that? Because I've actually been having the same issue if we're talking about OBS. And the funny thing is, when I test it in, like, while having the issue, I've tried testing it in Discord. Like with the Discord test your mic sort of feature. And in there it actually picks it up just fine. So I think it's a OBS issue more than it is a if it's like if you're having the same issue as I am. Because like darn. Well, in that case I have no idea. What are you using if not OBS? Oh, it's the cable from your... Right. On the bright side, it's pretty easy to switch out a cable. Ow. Personally, it's actually one of the reasons why I've, as of late, grown sort of happy to use wireless and Bluetooth things. Just because I feel like the cable, like, it's not difficult switching out a cable on pretty much anything, right? It's a pretty easy thing to split a cable and just like put a new one in. But it is time consuming, and I absolutely hate doing it. And I don't know if I mistreat my things. I don't think I do, but I feel like cables die so quickly. Like a lot quicker than the product does anyway, a lot of the times. I feel like it's the cable that ultimately gives out first. So like using wireless stuff I've grown quite happy with it. Mm. Go over here and dig at least 2 more down. We're likely going to be hitting more and more of the cave next to us. Well, the digging goes good. Like it's a chill process, you know. It's something I have to do, and it's something that's kind of common in a sense. Like it's not the most exciting thing to watch for sure, but I mean it's slow and needed progress. I'm all right. Well, I'm not gonna air too much of my dirty laundry, but I guess it's only fair to sort of let you guys know if I suddenly stop streaming for a while, because my granddad is dying. We learned this this morning at the hospital, and he's gonna die within the month. Yeah, it's kind of rough, but at the same time, it's overdue. I think he's happy about it. Like he has enjoyed living for a long time, so there's that for it. And to be fair, he's not my favorite man in the world either. So that makes me sound like a sociopath, but really, he's kind of a prick, or has been at least my entire life. My mom has a lot of good memories with him, but I don't really have a lot of good memories with him. So yeah, and as I said, like he has been wanting to for a long time. He hasn't enjoyed life for a long time, and he's been telling everyone he's gonna die within the year. Or at the beginning of the year, he told everyone that he wouldn't last the entire year, and he was at relatively good health at the time, so I think he's actually happy about it. So it's good for him, I guess. Though it's gonna be rough on my grandmother. They've been married for what, almost 60 years. So I can't even imagine how rough it must be having to live without someone you've literally lived your entire life with. Like at that point, she spent longer. She spent longer with my grandmother. Spent longer with him than she did with her father. Her mother, my great grandmother actually only died recently, a couple of years ago, at the ripe age of 99, I think. But like she's known her husband, my grandmother has known her husband, my grandfather, for longer than she did her own dad. It must be such a surreal feeling, knowing that he's not going to be here for any longer, for much longer. Ow! Where the hell did that even come from? Alright, probably from one of the ledges there. Well, that's why we're wearing the chest plate. Actually, I've been thinking a little bit here, and let me know if it's a terrible idea. I'm gonna probably air it out to people whenever they join. But like I was talking earlier about the an Excel sheet that shows what kills people in order to like do to figure out whether or not blast protection would actually be worthwhile having on a piece of armor. And sort of using Reddit for that, like for like making the Excel sheet or using it for the statistic of it. Would it be interesting if we did that on stream every day? Like just spent 5 minutes on Reddit looking through the hardcore deaths, and then just like made a couple of categories, like how people died and stuff. I mean, that could be sort of cool, I think. Seeing, first of all, having the statistic on it, and it could be sort of fun to see what most people struggle with. Sure is dark down here. Hey, yes. Sorry, for whatever reason I have to think twice when I have to say Eclipse or exclusive. Whatever, it just gives off the same vibe sort of name. But welcome, man. How are you? Is everything good? Oh, we might as well just get the breath from this. Hello. Ah, is that not a water source? Oh. So, how are you, Eclipse? And welcome, man. This feels risky, not gonna lie. Like, being above this. Huh. Oh, we have a area over here, previously unspotted. Let's just make sure that it is indeed flat as can be. You have good news? Okay. Game guy? Let me know. Okay. Who's coming in to save? The has saved builder. Nice. Hey, SKL, welcome. We're just about ready to run the water machine or the water sweeper on this area. There. Mm. Oh, you do? Well, you good on you, I suppose. Wait, did you just unfollow? How rude. To increase the space between us? Well, I suppose it is what it is. It be like it do. Oh, how I hate gravel down here. Like, it feels so infinitely bad whenever there's gravel appears here. There. Don't want to waste my food too much. Hey, fishy, welcome. How are you? You and Pickle doing alright? You made us Terraria server. Nice, dude. I've actually never played on a Terraria server. I've always, I don't know, I think I've enjoyed the single player aspect too much. Although this hole is still kinda big, do I want to like continue down a little bit further? Or do I just want to run the machine now on this? Now we're gonna take it down 2 more and then that's gonna be it. And you somehow got democracy and racism because right, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. But that wouldn't be that's not necessarily racism. I think that's fascism. No, fashionism more than it is. We gotta keep the language precise. It's important not using words where they aren't needed or deserved. And you've been playing for 4 hours and he has not beaten a single boss and can't. Well, that also sounds quite a lot like Pickle. But, I mean. It do be like that sometimes. None of you can cooperate, and none of you have killed the boss. Well, that sounds like my friend group and I. Whenever, whenever we start a new game, I have a tendency to, like, be a loot goblin, right? Whenever we play any sort of game. And I'm incredibly, like, um, or a loot gnome, in case we play Minecraft due to my skin being a gnome. Um, so what I was wanting to say is that, oh wait, we have a wandering trader. Nautilus shells? Ah, wait. Nautilus shells? Please? I have an urge to push you over, but like you need to go a little bit further, because otherwise you're just gonna hit the fucking... Nah, I'm good. I'm more of a single player kind of guy, you know. I enjoy the single player aspects of 99% of the games I play more than I enjoy the multiplayer. Yeah, pushing him off is sort of, but then he's just like down here and he's gonna get in the way and like, I don't really. I'd rather that he just stays up there and suddenly gets run over by a creeper or something like that, you know? Alright, we gotta take care of this area here too. Oh, the wall is gonna be... It's actually kind of nice that there's this much down here that's already, like, that isn't, uh, uh, covered. That's kind of nice, because that means it's gonna take less long to sort of blow this place to smithereens. To Kingdom Come. Oh, jeez. Oh, so sorry. Oh, wow, that felt good though. Oh, my sinuses are completely cleared out. I can breathe. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait, that's a piece of cobblestone. Oh. Give me a second. All my muscles suddenly just relaxed out of nowhere. Jesus Christ, I almost feel high. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that was good. That was so good. Oh. And I'm just gonna say that this is how my mum would phrase it, and then you sort of know what sort of parent I grew up with. Whenever she would sneeze, like she makes my sneezes sound like I'm holding back. Um, and she would go, "Oh yeah, that's a good nasal orgasm," and then she would walk out cackling like a witch. That's my mum. What she would do whenever she sneezed, like she would sneeze so loud that I go blind, right? It's almost like a flashbang that hits me with pure sound whenever she would sneeze. And she knows I hate it when she sneezes that loudly. Alright, see you later, gaming guy. Alright. I'll, if you're still streaming by the time I end, I'll throw my guys over to you. If I have anyone watching along, you know? 180 with her head? Jesus Christ. Nah, mine would just like over-exaggerate her sneeze, like, or still does. She's still alive. Um, um, she always over-exaggerates her sneeze like a lot. Because it scares the hell out of anyone that's within a kilometer's distance. And then, because she scares the hell out of anyone that's within a kilometer, she starts laughing, right? And it's not just like a regular laugh. She starts cackling like a witch. Like, imagine that. Uh, imagine like that classical witch laugh you hear in movies. Yeah, that's like my mom's laugh without even like kidding. And whenever she sneezes, she does that laugh as loudly as she can as she walks away. Um, it's kind of funny. Like I'm not gonna lie, I find it hilarious too. Whenever it's not me that gets like you can also see that she's about to sneeze. Like she gets this weird look on her face, and like so if you like are looking at her before, you can prepare yourself for a stun grenade of mythical proportions coming out through her face, basically. Um, and then you won't be as scared, but jeez. I don't want to drown. There we go. Yeah, something like that. She takes a deep, very very deep breath, where it's like you can hear her winding up, right? And then she unleashes hell, right? Although I do think, like I've never actually been able to do it myself. Sometimes I try, because I think it must feel so good to sneeze that loud. um, so sometimes I try, but I've never succeeded. She has a 100% success rate, or at least like a 90% success rate, though. All right, see you later, Fishy. Um, and in doing so, I honestly think it must be a great feeling. I don't want to drown. Oh, we also need to go grab some more food soon. Alright, and we're down at where we have some, where we can stand again. That's nice. Air. Oh, well, I didn't intend on mining in here, but we got some lapis from it, so I can't really be too upset about it. Oh, more lapis? More lapis? No, no more lapis. think this is about perfect for the depth of it. We also have to go quickly repair all of our tools before I start building the machine for this. Oh, lapis. I appreciate that. Like, it's the perfect level for 2 reasons. I think we're gonna be able to get out, like, enough that it's not gonna be a bother having to do the last bit manually. At least not that much of a bother. And we're right at the edge of Bedrock. Just regular deep slate, but still, that would have slowed us down a lot had I had to do that manually. Alright, it's raining, so we can just fly. We have a little bit of everything, it would seem, in there. Alright, so now we go repair the tools. Let's go grab the correct sword. Welcome back, Fishy. A part of me actually wants to sort of make a carrot farm. Because if I do that, I could, instead of buying all the carrots. Ow, 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 ow. Yes, there we go. Hello. Silly saber, yes. I don't know. So, I've had some pretty terrible medicine my day. And that doesn't, like, it doesn't sound particularly pleasant, but it doesn't sound terrible either. Oh no. Do I need to? Nah, everything else is good. So now we got to just go to 105. Hey, welcome, Pickle. Fishy has been telling me about your new adventure. No, red looks good depending on the outfit. All right, and do we have everything fixed up? Neat. We might make like a major carrot farm inside of the one of the tentacles, just to like have an infinite wealth of golden carrots. On that note, let's just grab some of these. Ow. Uh, 1, 2. Ow. Come on, it's a lot more fun with friendly fire on. I'll give Pickle that. Half the fun of playing with other people is messing with them. Like otherwise, why would you play with them? At least that's like my thoughts on the matter. All right, so we need a bunch of. Right, so I need some of this. I need some of this. I'm hoping that that's gonna be enough. We need 1, 2, 3 stacks of that. 1, 2, 3 stacks of that. I also need a couple of singular ones. What else does the machine require? Just netherrack now, right? Let's see whether or not that isn't enough. Just dodge. Now, I could. Would that be more or less work? Making a line go all the way on every 3? It's more work, for sure. Alright, so let's go down here. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I just realized I am making a mistake already. This needs to be a little bit removed from the wall. So we're gonna put it here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then we do this. Wait, hold on. I doing? There you go. What do I continue to do? I'm absolutely brain dead today. Alright, see you later, guys. Have a wonderful time. Alright. I think we're gonna take it up one more level. Like, there's no reason not to. Like this. Oh yeah, good. I'm not tripping too hard. Alrighty then, so that's the wall of the machine, and then we just put in all the machine parts. Something like that, yeah. No need to put anything on that. And I guess we'll just start from below. As far up as I can take this. No, I'll do that too. These here. Grab these two. And I'll go one right here. One right here. Let's go get some air. That's almost perfect. That's not the one we wanted to break. What is that doing there? That's such a disgusting sound. What were they thinking when they made that sound? Like, how can we make the most players uncomfortable with one sound? Is that sort of like the way that went? Alright, that's perfect. Now I just need to go up here, all the way up to the top. So we put on our wings, and we fly. Now, I actually did need a bucket. I do have one. Perfect. Let's just go fill that for now. Because I do immediately need to go out. Bomb, bomb, bomb. We can put that there. Why does that not work? One, two, and three. Right, so we place one there, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. We move up here, grab the regular pistons for the motor. Right, so now we have this part done, which is really convenient because then I can just jump down, put these parts in. Okay, and now we just need to go down here and do the same thing. I should probably have done this on my way up. That would have been the better play. Right? No. Wait. Something like that, right? I think this is correct. Hey Aaron, welcome. Good seeing you again, man. Happy to see you're becoming more of a regular again. That pleases me quite a bit. Hold on. That's a lot of text. I'll just finish this up real quick and then I'll read. Nice. That's kind of cool. Does this look about right? It does. I am missing a singular link here, right? So, pop that in. Alright, let's just double check. I mean, everything looks to be right now. Check. check, 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 check. No double, good, check. Check. Check, 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 check. Check. Check, 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 check. Okay. So now we grab some water from somewhere. There we go. We grab our, not that fork, this fork. We fly over here. We pop water here, and then we watch our wonderful machine clear this out. Hey, we get melon? Nice, dude. It's been a while. It's good seeing you again, man. Really good seeing you again. We're just gonna clear out this water here, and wait, what? What? What did this hit since it didn't pull forward? I don't know. I suppose we'll have to build another top machine to that, but that's fine. How have you been, Melon? All good? Okay, so we'll build a new top piece for this one over here. I don't know why it suddenly stopped. They're all wet though, so let's just, I might be able to fix it by just putting in a sponge. What's up, fishy? Yeah, it's been very long. It was super nice to see your comment. I was actually thinking about you not, like, just a few days before that, of people who I hadn't seen in a while, and your name sort of popped up in my mind. And then, like, a couple of days later, you write in my comments. I find that super hilarious. You and a new guy have added... Ah, right. Sounds like you guys are having an adventure. Like Pickle being out there progressing the game and you guys holding down the fort and getting all the fishing items. Nice. Well, there's like I often think about the people who haven't visited stream for a while. Like, not in a negative sense, of course. More as in, I wonder what they're up to, and I hope they're doing well. Alright, let's see if I place a sponge. Alright, so if I go sponge. Alright, there's no observer to pull the entire thing. Brain, apparently I don't have much of that right now. But if I just remove that bit, fix this bit, put a motor on this bit, everything will be good. Yeah? Yeah. Where's my observers? There they are. It's not observers I was looking for, it was pistons. Let's try that again. There we go. So all of that is now good. This needs to be moved in. So that's a free. So that means that this needs to be a free. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. 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 I'm so happy that I've actually gotten good at making this machine here. Oops. There we go. Like, I don't know, I've never had a redstone machine that I could confidently make, like, over and over. So this is sort of my first redstone machine. I think I'll never forget how it works. Which I think is kind of cool. I don't know, it might just be me, but that sort of really makes me happy, you know. So I do that. I do 1, 2. And I do need to do a 1, 2, 3 here for this machine to function as it's supposed to. 1, 2, 3. So first we go out 3 here, we remove these 2. Put that in. Pop that there. Perfect. That there. Here. 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 All of that on top. That there. Move this. One, 2, and 3. Remove this one to put it this one. Right, so now that's pulled along. Something feels missing there. Yeah, I need to put in the this here. And another link connector here. Like that. And remove that. Now everything is as it's supposed to be, so I should just be able to put water up here at the top. Right here, and then the machine should start again. Clearing out all the water. I don't know. I think in order to get a bunch of new people, you should probably have like a thing that you do, right? And I just sit and do my own thing. Wait, when did I lose that bit? Why did I lose that bit? Chains. Bugger. But it should be fine. I could just run that. There's no kelp, so no kelp to mess with my build. Is this gonna be an issue? A little bit. Not really. Good. So now we jump down, give that a motor. Balls. Of course, I need to remove the chains. Like, I was aware that that might happen, since like chains are fairly difficult to actually see. I think I remove this here. It means that there's going to be a line here that I need to remove, but that's fine. We go, wait. Remove that. This. Here. Here. Pulse back forward. Nice. This. My god, I've gotten so smooth with this machine. It's actually kind of incredible. Now, there's only the only issue of getting it started when there already is water, so I need to go ba ba ba. Almost. Ba 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 ba. Ah, darn, too slow. Hey, exclusive. Yeah, I did say, but I need to like make a canal here for the World Eater. There we go. Words missing them. So I need to clear out this water so I can make the World Eater. Because this is like the trench which the front of the World Eater needs to be in. And then on the long side, I need to clear out a 3x3 or a 3 wide one. This is a 15 wide. We need to clear out. Come on. Get it started. There we go. What? What did we hit? Excuse you? Excuse you? What the hell is going on? Why did you stop? I don't understand. That doesn't say much, I know that I don't understand, but I don't understand. Why did you stop? I don't see anything that should have stopped it. I suppose that means we just remake the thing. It's not the end of the world, it's just slightly annoying. Because I don't understand why it stopped. Get a proper water source there. There we go. Put that back there. Here. Here. Move this so I can place both of them back in. Remove that. Put that there. Here. Alright, cause none of this is water, so that's why. Okay. Misunderstand. That's so annoying. In that case, let's fix this manually. This area here, and then I can always like just recreate the machine where need be. Yeah. That's a dangerous hole right there. All of this disappears. Nice. Let's just get the hitboxes on so it's easy to see where this wants to drop. Then we put a spongus there. How does this react to that? It doesn't. Okay. How does this react to that? Doesn't. Okay. Spungus there. That should make it that entire wall drop, except because there's a little bit of stuff over here. Break that. Sponge. Perfect. Break that. Okay, so all of that water should now be gone. Nice. Yeah, redstone is super weird. And like, I don't know, I actually think it's probably very logical once you understand it, once you put in a little bit of time to understand what the hell is going on. Um, I think there's some basic rules, and then if you just understand those, you can like pretty much build anything you want. But I haven't bothered even like trying, so uh, I just assume that everything is gonna go all right, and then I won't have to. Like, if I can follow a guide, I do that instead of like actually thinking about it myself. Which is honestly probably my most toxic trait in real life too. Rather than trying to understand a lot of the times, I just go, yeah, well, if there's a guide for it, if there's something I can read or do in order to just understand it, then why not just do that? Oh, Sponge, come here. You're too important. Wait, where did the other sponge go? Spongus. Yeah, I know. 100. Well, we were actually at level 230 not that many days ago, but then I decided to re-enchant my smite sword since I threw away my smite sword ages ago, and like I don't have time to sleep if I need to finish this build up within a time limit I set for myself. So I need a smite sword in order to take care of the phantoms quickly. So that took out a solid chunk of my levels. Like, I don't even know how many of my levels just disappeared from doing that. Almost all of them. We were 235 and I think we went down to 69, which I thought was kind of funny. Okay, so we're here now. Let's this is where things start to get dangerous, because now there's a drop. Ugh. I highly dislike that. Dangerous. But you look at that. Now there's just a death drop. Hey, he's also. Grab that. Okay, so in order to fix this water area here, I think it's, or to have the machine move forward to this, I think it's easier to rebuild the machine here and then have it push forward and just remove the water, because I'm pretty sure all of the water here is going to disappear as soon as I close off the sources up here. So careful. This is not to be messed around with too much anyway. Okay, so now I know that this area... Wait, can I just sponge this out, I wonder? I can just sponge that out. Does that mean I want to sponge? Oh wait, am I... Okay, well, in that case, did that help? Let me know if I'm not being very loud, because it's likely just because I moved the microphone since yesterday. Ow. Alright. Water up here. Remove that. Remove that. Then let's try this again. Why does that continue coming up here? I don't understand. Anyway, let's move the machine over on this line here. Well, I don't need to exactly move it. I just need to put in this here. Go 1, 2, bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Make this come across here. Put that there and this here. Go boy, boy, boy. Put that there. Do this. Grab some water. Perfect. Put that there, this here, that there, this here. Right, and then this here, 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 here. And these here. Perfect. All of that is good. Now I just need the, I need a normal piston. Ow. I shouldn't have made that jump. I desperately need that. Alright, we put this here. 1, 2, and 3. Remove, put, grab, sit. Yes, perfect. Put that there. And put that up there. And that should take out pretty much all of the unnecessary Oh, what? I'm not gonna say that that's mildly annoying, but that's super annoying. Oh well. I suppose we go dry up the sponges. Pardon, so? I mean, you're not wrong, but kind of weird. Alright, let's put on this so we don't just fall all the way down there. Grab some of these and go wee. Because now I can remove the water. Like, it's actually kind of good that we have that there. Except I probably need to remove the change by hand, since I doubt the TNT will take care of that. Alright, this is the old machine. New machine. Like, I could remove the last water here by hand, couldn't I? Because I don't think this is water sources either. It might be better just to remove it. We're removing it by hand. Okay. I think that's better than getting frustrated at the machine doesn't work the way I want it to. There we go. But in order to do that, we need some moss blocks. Ew. That's sort of a dangerous drop. Alright, so we can go around here. I can put that down here and simply just go wait. 1, 2, wait, 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 wait, 1, 2. What a waste of a perfectly good sponge. One, two, wait. 1, 2, wait. Look up, wait. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Wait. Ah, right. Wait, wait, wait. And across here. I should probably pick these up now. Guys, like, I don't want them falling all the way down there. And if I go, wait, wait, wait. Alright, now I know that it's over here the remaining water sources are. So I go up here. I don't know if this is, if I take out enough water for this to work, but we'll try. Well, logically speaking, I do. Like, it takes out all of that water there. Which means I likely want to try and hurry up and do that before. I should be prepared to lose a couple of sponges here on this endeavor. Alright, I actually want to keep that. Okay. That's gonna be somewhat annoying, but I suppose if I do this, I can completely avoid losing any sponges. Which is the most important thing. Why do we need to hate on me? Ah, fuck. That's not what I want to do. I don't mind losing, like, the moss here, but... Because moss I can always just get more off easily. Whereas sponges is a little bit more, is quite a lot more difficult getting a bunch of. Okay, so in order to understand where that water is coming from, I need to remove that. Oh, a sponge. Let's remove the front of this here now. So the remaining water here. I think this is pretty much all just water that comes from this here. So by putting down a sponge right here, and right up here, wonder how much of that water that's gonna actually exterminate. All of it? It would seem pretty much. No, there's a little bit of water here. That's easily dealt with though. Because I think it's sort of the same thing if I just remove the source block over here. This sponge, come back to me. I can't dive while I'm trying to fly. Up here. Now I know that there's another source there. Ow. That's a pretty spider. That's 2 spiders. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Suddenly the floor just disappeared under me. That's pretty wild. Oh, well, I guess it didn't completely disappear. Let's then take care of the water here. These edges there seem quite large, so we'll break that, and I'll break all of the water here, because that's not a source, right? Perfect. That means all of the water here, goodbye spider, is gonna slowly disappear. I think by standing here I can get all of the water. Because I don't think most of these are actually source blocks. These might just be sort of the same. Wow. Yeah. So right now that's hanging on due to a single source block over here, or to the source blocks over here. So if I place that here, and then another one here, all of that water might disappear. No? Okay. All of this water, will that disappear? No, that's... Okay, so it has a source block right there. That means all the water here is gonna disappear. Yes, we made it up. Right? No? Okay. There's a source over here. Pick it up. Nice. So now this is just 2 big great holes. Oh, this feels so dangerous. Is that just me? Alright, up here. Put that there. Here. No, no, no. Come back here. You're not allowed to leave. There you go. Now this is gonna be where it gets kinda annoying to deal with. Because we have a source block there. Okay, all good. So now we can just start taking it apart, can't we? Pretty much? Yeah, I think so. I do need to light this area up too, though. I can't decide whether I should do that first or afterwards. I also need to light up a large portion of the cave. Did I hear phantoms? No, but I do see skeleton. And he's gonna get in my way if I don't take care of him. Boop. That should all disappear. I don't think any of that is source blocks, so I think if I just deal with this, we might be good. Hey, Andrew guy, welcome. How are you? Having a good day, I hope? Oop. And... Oop. Alright, have we lost any sponges? We've lost a sponge. That's rough. That's not a sponge. So, I go dry off my sponges. No, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's always really rough when your pet dies. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. Damn. And, a few things that are more rough than having your pet die. All right. Enough. You had your fun, skeleton. Guess we can repair it with a. Okay, let's just start from the top, I guess. Because then, like, whenever there's something peeking out, we know that that's a source block. Wait, where'd that sponge go? There we go. Good. Yes. That might be kind of difficult to fix. No, it was sponge. Oh wait, what am I wearing? Chest plate. Okay. Good. Ow. Ow. Oh, there's some wall here. I did not. Oh, well, it's fine then. Not completely fine, it would seem. There we go. Perfect. And then we just slowly start deleting all of these walls of water. How far do we get on that? To about here. Fine. That all disappears. Good. So, sponge. 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 And sponge. Alright, so it seems like we're finally like at the point where I can start removing the water here, and then we can start running the machines again pretty much. Well, I mean, I might as well do the easy ones here. Okay, so I suppose I get a bunch of sand, and I take the machines apart first, and then we get a bunch of sand to clear out. Well, this we can pretty much clear out by just putting down the sponges, but it's a little bit more difficult with the bigger area over here. Yeah, this area needs sand to clear out, but okay. It's alright losing a few of these. Actually, I'm gonna jump down and get him. Observers are too valuable. We have some water here too. Is that doable with... Nah, we're gonna get sand for this too. My god, my dude, he can't be feeling well. I drowned out of water. No water in sight. He must be living a true nightmare. Like, his existence must be so rough. Poor dude. Hmm. I'd much rather want to pick up my honey blocks than I want to pick up any of the other things here. Good stuff. Alright, machine now. The only hole I could fall into, of course. Machine is now taken apart. I see a sponge. Good. And so we get rid of all the blocks, we grab a bunch of sand, remove the remaining water, we run this... No, we don't run those machines quite yet. We need to actually place in water back again by the edge here, and just remove the sand here. I'm also always just gonna keep a few of these machine parts here, I think. Like, doing it this way will ensure that we always have enough. Good. And then the sand. Hey, Wicked Melon, what's up? Yep, we have a hole here in our stuff. I can't afford having a hole here. Of all places. Alright, remove the water. Boop. That went really well. That was just one sponge. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, sponge placement. And so we remove the water here. We might need more sand than I brought, but hey, it's fine. Welcome back, Kiwi. Oh, can't afford to lose any more sponges. There you go. I'm breaking, but well. Okay, wait. Let's fix my inventory. I'm tired of looking at this. That's better. Nice. I don't actually know what version the server will be, but I imagine that is probably going to be the newest version, but I can't promise anything because I think it depends on, because it's like the intent is still that it's supposed to be Bedrock compatible, right? Meaning that it's very likely that we're going to be running just any version that is compatible with Geyser. I think at least that would be my reasoning for saying that it's likely going to be just whatever version Geyser is currently up to date on. But as usual, I'm letting Aaron handle it, so if you got any questions like that, it's probably wisest to ask him. Ugh. Jesus Christ, that gave me a scare. And thank you for the follow. Oh, I'm never gonna get good at that sound, am I? But I appreciate the follow, man. Alright, let's get that up. This and this. It's never particularly interesting doing it. Huh. I don't know where that lapis is, but I guess I'll just have to let it go. 1, 2, 3. So this is from where I want the... Hello there. uh, so I need to remove something in order to add in something. I don't quite like that, but oh no. I suppose I'll just grab blocks from here. Ah, right, of course. Continues to cave underneath there. Ah, right, that's also in some cave. I can't see anything. So I honestly don't have the foggiest of where things are. Okay, but I'm hoping that I got enough blocks there to finish up. Or to close this hole here so I can actually remove the water. Alright, perfect. Ah, right, yeah. Ah, you need to know it in regards to um wait, hold on. I just need a torch. Apparently I can't think when it's too dark down here. My brain goes brr when there's no light. Um so you want to know so you know what sort of coding Java prompts commands that's the word I wanted to find. What sort of commands you need to use in order to get the stuff in. Yeah, makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hoping I can finish this off by... with these 4 sponges. Seems like I won't quite be able to, but... Or will I? Not quite, but close enough. Close enough. Alright, let's go get some more sponges. We also need a little bit more, am I flying without holding my totem? That's almost one of my biggest no-nos in hardcore, I think. Never fly without having a totem in your hand, because fall damage is weird. Especially when using like the elytra to get around. I promise you, little one, you're not him. You're not him. So don't even try it. See what I said? Not him. But I think I have to deal with these big ones. I don't think the small ones can make it over here, so... Right? They're just gonna fall, right? Or can you actually make the jump? Oh. Wait, are you another big one? Perspectives. Ow. Ow. Alright. Magma cubes, get away. I have my sponges. I have all of my sponges? I have all my sponges, good. Ah, not wearing the elytra. I should be able to deal with the remaining water now. Fairly easily. Perfect. Oh. Hell no, dude. Hell no. That actually gave me a good old-fashioned scare there. His aim was actually almost good. Wait, is that a diamond? My eye spots down there. This is a hoe. That's not going to do much. Do you have fire aspect on that bow? Jesus Christ. Hey, Sweet Slayer. Welcome. So where was that diamond? Is there just going to be a hole underneath? It's going to go... I'm not wearing... Wait, where did I pick it up already? I picked it up already. Oh no, wait, all of that obsidian, I'm gonna have to remove it by hand. Ugh. Life is so rough. Well, let's remove the last remaining water. Add in the water edges, and then we can run the machine until all of this is gone. So we can be done with this part of the preparing for the actual World Eater. I've never made a proper World Eater before, so I'm sort of looking forward to that. But also, it sort of terrifies me because, like, it's a lot of work, and I'm not very good with redstone, and if just one block is wrong, it won't run. And I'm likely gonna get overconfident at some point, and then, like, the machine won't operate as it's supposed to. So we have that going for us. Well, we are hopefully, I plan on, or I hope I can get to a point where this part of where this hole is done for today. So I can start on the edges tomorrow. But it really depends on sort of how much work there's left on this. And how dumb I am while building it, I suppose. That's also a very valid concern. Like how much my brain just decides not to work with me. Alright, so is that all of the water? it is. Good. That means I can now... Up, water. That comes from in here. But is you a source? No, you is not a source. Rightio, so now we fly up here. Ah, that's the light coming through slime. That's kind of cool. Now I go up here. I dig a trench here, like just a singular trench. I add in blocks here. Like it doesn't need to be this height. I just need it to be more or less the same. Gone through here. Alright, Wicked Melon, see you later, I hope. And it was really nice hearing from you again. So the reason why I'm doing this is to add in a edge of water here that I can quite easily control. And by control I mean like just like add in this edge when I no longer want the water to keep running across here. Or running down, then I can simply just add the edge back. That should give me enough juice to complete this. Welcome back, Aaron. Alright. Algebra. Alright. I actually kind of want to go up and fix it, so that I'll never have issues with reaching from down there. Okay. This is more work right now, but we do it for the singular purpose of it lessening the workload later. Wait, what do you mean? Ah, right. Yeah, I'm still going. Well, welcome back, gaming guy. At some point, I'll end stream early just to make sure I get to raid you. Don't worry. I'll try to get one day. Okay, we have a line that sort of works already here. Alright, go enjoy your food, man. Do I have an idea when I'm gonna stop? Probably in an hour or something like that. I think today is a 4-hour one. It feels like one anyway. That should be 4 hours long. Alright. And now this line is perfect. Good. How long does it... a minute or two? Something like that? Not long. Or do you mean like how far into the game were we when we beat it for the first time? Did you just... I hate phantoms with a passion. I think we beat it around... I think I might have done it on day 100. Like I was in no rush to do it. And like for the first 5, 6, maybe 700 days we actually played without an elytra. Until I fell into the void and was like, ah, well, we managed to survive it, but only just. And I was like, well, this wouldn't have happened had I had an elytra, so let's fix that. And then we started using the elytra. Because I actually don't really like the idea of using one. You might be wondering why we're doing this here. I'm mainly doing it because... one second. Mainly doing it because of this here, this wall. Just on the other side of it, there's a bunch of water. And there's going to land a little bit of TNT here. So for now, we're going to have this wall of water come down. I am going to have to dig through this in order, like, dig a trench through the corners here. All the way down, so the water doesn't spread down here. It's just like the quickest way I can think of to control water. That's gonna be easily removable. Because I can just place this edge back in. I have to go, important phone call. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry for that. Um, thank you, thank you. Sure. What did you do? What were you up to? Ah, right. Yeah, Fishy did say something about that. Well, I mean, as I understand it, you're out beating the Skeleton King, and they were out fishing. Unless I misunderstand something. Oh, really? Water here? Pardon? I don't quite understand. More of this. Seems like we have to clear out this water cave here. When will I actually start building? Well, once we, well, there's a lot of things that has to happen before that. Before we start building, all of this has to be lowered down to bedrock. And then we'll start gathering up the materials after that. So we're still quite far out on that. Let's switch to this. That's a lot of cave that has to be cleared out. Let's just try and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 along. I think I can close it off here. Nah, I'm not really into multiplayer Terraria, but thank you for the offer. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Oh no, the sponge. All right. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. All right, let's go dry up some sponges. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't stream anymore today. I have somewhere to be. My grandfather is dying within the next couple of days. That was the phone call. I'll be. I might be back in the. I don't quite know when I'll be streaming again. But I'll be back whenever I can. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I wish you all a wonderful day, and Joe out.